Okay, so let's be honest, I'm gonna get a little bit of hate for this. Hey everyone, what is up? I hope you're having a lovely day on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Welcome to my bedroom in LA. If you haven't seen it before, this is where I am living now. So since I'm back in America, back in the United States, I thought what better thing to do than to film another video about it, because you guys seem to love the first video that I did where I talked about some of the weird things that I think Americans do. Being a foreigner anyway, I just was not used to them, and I have been living in LA for 2 months now, and there have definitely been a whole lot of new things I've experienced here which I don't experience back home. And in the last video I did for this, some of you guys were like, oh my god Dani, all this stuff is so generic, think of something else. So these things are a lot less generic, and definitely things that you probably won't really hear in other videos just because they are from my own personal experiences. So I tried to go away from just the typical like, oh it's weird that you guys tip here and stuff. So yeah, hope you guys appreciate that. And if you haven't checked out that first video that I made, I will leave it down in the description below. I have a few videos of my experience living in America, so I'll put them all down there, so check them out. What I would love to know is what you guys find weird that other states or other countries or other people do that you don't in your own hometown or your own culture. I just find it so fascinating. So if you can think of anything, let me know in the comments below. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. I've just got that natural highlight glow happening today. It's really hot here. It's really hot. I love it though, but damn is it hot. If anyone wants to come and be my personal fanner while I film videos, that would be cool, so let me know. So just a bit of a background, if you guys didn't know, I am from New Zealand. I'm currently living in LA, but I have lived in the United States before. Last time I came here for a university exchange, so this is kind of part 2. LA feels like a bubble. It doesn't feel like I'm in the United States. It's a whole different experience. So these things, these weird things that you guys do, they are going to be more LA specific than my other video. This, I'm hoping, is LA and Hollywood specific because that's where I'm living right now. I hope you guys don't have to experience this where you're living, but I'm sure some of you do. Basically what I'm talking about is the crazy people here that will just yell at you on the streets for no apparent reason. Now I know LA has a huge homeless population and that's such a huge problem, so it partially comes down to that, but literally like I ride my bike to work, I'll just be trying to like keep to myself, go about my day, and the other week this guy just ran out into the road in front of cars and in front of where I was biking, and I'm like, oh surely he's gonna move, he can see I'm coming on my bike. No, did not move. He was yelling something crazy, I don't know what it was, but I had to literally dodge him or else I was gonna run into him. And yeah, in general I just feel like there's a lot of people who try to talk to me on the streets and just say really creepy things, and it's not something I've experienced before, but I'm sure that it's just because I live in Hollywood, because Hollywood is the land of the most interesting people you'll ever meet, let's put it that way. So the next thing that I find strange, a little strange that you guys do, this one isn't just LA specific, this is everywhere in the United States, and what it is the sorority poses that you guys do. I find them, yes they are cute, I love it, I love all of that stuff, but it's honestly so funny. It's just like no sorority girl can stand up straight and take a photo. It's just, it must be in their rule book or something. Put your hands on your knees and just like squat. You gotta squat down. Go, for some reason, your sense of gravity is lower. I've always found that a little weird and funny. Okay, so let's be honest, I'm gonna get a little bit of hate for this, but it's okay, I will survive. Americans are kind of known as being a little bit lazy, a little bit fat. I mean, it's a stereotype. I feel like the United States likes to make it as easy as it can for everyone to do things with the least amount of effort possible. And hey, I appreciate that. You guys are smart. Work smarter, not harder, come on, right? I've already talked about how I find it super weird that you guys have a drive-through Starbucks, but also how cool you guys have drive-through liquor stores, drive-through weddings in Vegas, and just drive-through pharmacies and that kind of thing, which is really crazy to me. You guys like to make it easy for yourselves without getting out of the car. But the one thing that we never get out of the car for in New Zealand is car washes. We always just go through the car wash that automatically does it for you. But here, I've seen so many car washes, and they're all self-service. They're all hand wash car washes, which was really interesting to me. Because I'm like, wait, you guys have a drive-through Starbucks, but yet you don't have drive-through car washes? I mean, I know you guys do, but I don't really see them. I just see all the hand washing ones. So that's the one thing where New Zealand is lazier on that part. So I don't know, someone let me know what's up with the hand washing car places. I want to talk about the cars here. The cars are insanely flash and they're everywhere. Like, we do not have cars like this back home. And when I first got here, one of the first nights that I arrived, I saw a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, which, oh my god, that car is my life goal car. That car is beautiful, amazing, and super expensive. And as soon as I saw that car, I thought, that's gonna be Shane Dawson's boyfriend Ryland, because I watch his videos and he has a G-Wagon, and I thought, how many people can have G-Wagons here, right? Like, well, turns out just about every bloody second person here has a G-Wagon, and so many people here also have Jeeps, like really super nice fancy Jeeps as well. Back home, it's like a really exciting thing to see super fancy Jeeps, and I don't even know if I've ever seen a G-Wagon back home. And Jeeps are my other dream car that I would love to have. And I feel like back home in New Zealand, if you have a Jeep, you kind of be like, oh wow, there's a Jeep, oh my gosh, so cool, because you hardly ever see them. But here it's, oh, someone's looking at me out my window. Hi sir. And back home, so many people think Jeeps are such a cool car and like just so exciting, which they are. But the funny thing is that Jeeps are basically like the Toyota Corolla of LA. That's how many of them there are. So yeah, I love all the cars here. I was disappointed that that G-Wagon didn't turn out to have Shane Dawson and Ryland Adams in it. But yeah, so that's kind of insane to me, just seeing all of these cars every day. Super normal, but to me it's not. Another weird or just kind of funny thing I've found about living in LA is this thing called the industry. And for the first month or so that I was here, I didn't even know what the industry meant. Like, what industry? What are you talking about? But basically, if anyone ever says the industry here, they just mean the entertainment industry. I just find it crazy how many actors are here and how many people you meet and they'll tell you that they're actors, and it's just crazy because to me that's just really weird, but it's cool. But back home, I don't even think I've met one single person in New Zealand that's ever told me that they're an actor. I feel like that's literally like telling me you're an astronaut if you're in New Zealand, because you just don't hear a lot of people being actors. Whereas here, obviously it's the entertainment hub of the world, the industry. The other day I was in line to get my social security number, and the guy that I was standing next to, we started making conversation. So basically I just said like, hey, I'm Dani, and then his response was, oh hey, I'm Charlie, I'm an actor, I've been in some Disney Channel TV shows. And I was just a bit taken aback there, Charlie, like, I mean, hi to you too. I don't know, I just feel like people tell you more than you need to know when it's unnecessary, just because they just want to tell you that they're an actor. They just really want you to be really interested and impressed with what they're doing, and like, it is cool, but I don't know, it's just a little weird to me when people feel the need to tell you all that when you didn't ask for it. But that's okay. Still find it super fascinating and it's cool. So keep it up, actors of LA, you go get them. This one I thought was really weird when it first happened, but after living here for 2 months, it's not so weird anymore. So basically a year or so ago when I was here with my boyfriend, we were in an Uber. Why did all the crazy things happen in Ubers? I don't know. But we went in an Uber and this Uber driver, I think she was off her meds. She was just crazy, like honestly crazy. But basically what this lady was freaking out about was that it was raining in LA that morning. It was spitting for like an hour or 30 minutes, I don't know, not a long time. But she was freaking out because it was raining, and being from New Zealand, we're just like, it rains like almost every day. Like, why is that a big deal? But after being here 2 months, it hasn't even rained once, and I can't believe that. To me, that's crazy. Actually, it has rained once, but I was working in the office at my job, so I didn't actually see it, and it was only for 5 minutes. But another one of my Uber drivers showed me a video of him like freaking out and dancing in this 5 minutes of rain we had the other week. So that's pretty funny. Another thing that's a little weird is that I keep seeing the Church of Scientology. Need I say any more? This thing actually exists in real life. Like, wow, people these days. Street sweeping, what is it? Why do we need it? I've never heard of it. I didn't know what it was until a couple of weeks ago. So street sweeping is pretty weird to me. Let me know if they do street sweeping in your hometown, because I don't know if it's just LA. I'm assuming because it doesn't rain that much and it's dirty, so they need to clean the streets. But this just makes it very difficult for anyone who has a car and wants to try and park their car. It's probably harder than trying to crack the Da Vinci Code, figuring out if you can actually park in a parking space in LA, because the signs are just like street sweeping from 7 AM to 10 AM on Monday to Friday, and you can't park here then, but then also they're happening in the evenings, and on the weekends you can't park here between these hours, and you can only park here for 1 hour, and the street sweeping is every second week. So you can figure that one out for yourself. So street sweeping, do they need it? Is it necessary? Let me know, because it seems like a money-making thing to me. And also parking tickets here apparently at the lowest are like 60 or 70 bucks. Like, what? What do you mean? What do you mean? Alright, so I'm gonna finish on my absolute favorite weird, strange thing about LA/the United States that I've experienced, and that is the dog culture here, I guess. So back home, we love our dogs as well. You'll see plenty of them out for walks, out at the beach. But here, I feel like everywhere, pretty much everywhere is dog friendly, which is amazing. But it gets to the point where you'll go into a grocery store and you'll see people pushing around their grocery carts with their little doggy up in the front of the cart, which, oh, my heart. So cute, but I'm just not at all used to that. The funniest time would have to be when I was at Cafe Gratitude, and this woman literally had her little puppy in a full-on stroller, like a full-on stroller for a little baby. Well, I think that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And like I said, please do let me know if there's anything weird that you think people do in another state or another country, or just somewhere out of your hometown that you don't quite understand, so don't feel so alone. And if there's anything else you guys want to see me film while I'm here, then please just let me know in the comments. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you all very shortly. Bye!